Hello everyone. Oh, dog's instantly woofing, thanks. Tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow is picking up the chassis on the old Morris. I'm very excited for this. It's gonna be a long day, gonna be a road trip. I'm gonna be dragging one of the poor kids along with me and the dogs because my wife is out with my other son. So road trip, may film some of this, see how we get on. But before I do that, there's no point in picking up a chassis if I haven't got anything to mount on top of it, obviously. And now some fireworks are going off, which is great. Just mwah. Anyway, I'm going to go and sort the dogs out, and then I'm going to show you the little plan today. I've got an hour or so. Right, dogs putting aside. There you go. So what I'm going to do, I have been pondering like normal. It's been a few days. I was thinking the next job is to tackle this flat inner wing. And I was like, how am I going to do this? It's going to be really complicated. I'm going to need to chop down here and go down there. I was overthinking it, like normal. All I need to do is cut here, same place as before, in one hit, remove, be gone with you, what an inner wing. And then the next one is cut here. Maybe my thinking hasn't worked. So if I cut that, if I cut here, yeah, because on the other side I actually left quite a lot of it in. This was all rotten, so I've already cut it out. So I'll probably try and come in under this hinge. That's what I kind of want to do. Bring it around to here. So I'm going to be able to cut. I think I am just going to cut there to begin with, and then I can do that in another two pieces. The reason I don't want to go past here really, maybe even to here, is that on the inside, the bulkhead sort of gets in the way. It's quite a complicated little section. I'd like to keep it all on this side, if you know what I mean, on this side of the inner dome and all to the left-hand side of the bulkhead. So the cut's going to need to be there. Cut there, put the new piece in, and then the second piece might need to be a complicated section to here, and then, or maybe a patch. I don't know. Let's deal with that side first, weld it back together, and then, yeah, the other side's going to have to be different, isn't it? Okay, well, it is what it is. Just got to get on with it. So, yeah, first job is, actually the first job's just to cut it. Just cut it where it is. Nice straight line. Follow that part there. I have a spare piece here. Next to a spoon for some reason. And actually my experience is that these have been really, really, really good. So yeah. And if I go to the left-hand side of that bolt, you can see where the pressing is. Basically here on the new piece. It's what I did last time on the other side, and it worked out great. And I used this as the line. What I actually did, I sort of put a screwdriver through. Anyway, you'll see what I'll do. Anyway, so that's the plan. Let's get. Right, so this is the line we're taking here, just off the edge of the pressing, and that's 52 millimeters. No, 520 millimeters. Oh Christ, I always get confused. It's not 52. 152. What a donut. Right, 152 millimeters, which is that. So if you bring the same line in, you're going to have to just trust me because that's balanced. There you go. 152 to there. And then 150, line it up. There you go, 152. So that's what I'm going to cut for the first time. That will release all of this part here. I can then start tacking that into place and strengthening things up. It'd be nice if we can get some of that done I'm going to leave this bolted in for the time being because it will stabilise it whilst I'm cutting, and when I cut down it should avoid all this mess in the bulkhead. So there we are, that's the plan. Wish me luck. Right, that's that cut away. Nice neat cut for me, very pleased with that. I can now unbolt that and take it off. I can then cut that, line it up. How exciting. That's the old one away. Looks better already, doesn't it? Much better. So, realise I need to sort out the bumper. I think I've got the other bumper post. The reason I need to do it now is because it sort of slots in between everything. It gets bolted into position. Let's have a... I think I bought two. Let's have a little look together, shall we? This is my extremely organised stockpile. So with the pots and pans, we do have stuff that I've been buying over the months that I know I need, because I'm not rolling around in money and it's easier to buy little bits here and there than everything at once. So I'll have a rummage through here. It's not the end of the world if I haven't got it, but I'm pretty sure I have got one somewhere. Right. Buggered if I can find that mount. That's a horrendous sentence, I do apologise. Right, I'm going to cut this part now and then clean it all up, clean that part up for welding, drill some holes, bop, 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 and stick it on. Ooh, cut bit, lovely. Let's see how that lines up, we'll do it together. Yep, fits. Honestly, I'm not actually too worried about this. You get the idea. It's going to line up nicely there. Oh, sorry, there you go. And that's going to line up nicely there. You get the idea. That's nice. And look, we did just about miss all the bulkhead and all that mess. So the plan worked out nicely. What I might do before I weld this on, as I've got good access, is clean that area up and tack it on. That's not a bad idea, is it? In fact, it's a bloody good idea. So I might do that now. In fact, I will. Let's see how we get on. I'm not going to try and do this now. Reason being, I'm struggling to clamp this up far enough at the moment. I've got a weld in there. I think I'm going to put this wing on and then I can beat it in once it's a bit tighter and sort that out that way. So I'm going to focus on getting this part back on like plan A. Just means I have to reach in a bit further to try and weld, but I can step into the engine area. There we are, so just drilled out through here. Boff, 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 boff. And now I'm going to wire brush down the areas using the drill that need welding and have all the paint removed for a good weld. And then I'm going to weld it. Bollocks to it. We're going to actually fit this git. It's going to be great. First bit of decent welding in ages. It's been about right old faff around, isn't it? So let's get this done. Let's get a decent bit in and start closing stuff up. We are, look. Cleaned up what I need to clean up. Lovely. Let's put this thing on there with clamps and get a few spots in, eh? Not in the video. Look at that. Woo! Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I am so pleased with that. We can pull that over, line it up, mess around with it. Job is a good one. That is great. I've got to go and wish a neighbour happy birthday, apparently. I even cleaned up the old metal. So now, we can put some welds on. Very, very delighted with that. It's brilliant. Right, really pleased with that. So I've managed to get it nice and lined up. A little bit tight here, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I had to do a bit more adjustment up here. Hadn't quite lined through. But now, I think we're good to go. Not worried about how lined up the domed inner wingers as yet. Once this is welded in place, I can tug and pull things and move them around and make it fit essentially. So there we are, a few welds here, and then I'll probably call that for a day. That made no sense. I'll probably call it for a day. That's what I should have said. Anyway, let's see. Here we go. Sorry, a bit of music going on today. I can't really be bothered to switch it off, to be honest with you. So, put a few spots in. Let it cool down. It's cooled down. Let's see what we're dealing with. I think it's... Hey, look at that. I think it's going to be all right, I was going to say. And I think it's going to be all right. Come on. That was on tight. There we are. There you go. Hooray! We've stuck metal together again. It ain't too crap. Right, so what we're going to do is just go spot, tidy it up, and then leave it, because I've run out of time. But look, you can see how I'm going to be able to bend and manipulate this part around. That'll be the next job. So let me get onto this. Then you might want to see a bit of welding. I never really show you what I do. So there we go. We'll do a little bit. We'll see. You get to look at my love handles. Lucky, lucky you. And what I do, and how probably not to do it. So enjoy. I think you can see that. I'll be leaning over it, obviously, so you're not going to see much. Cover your eyes. You don't want to get burnt retinas. Oh, that's not a great start, is it? Why is that doing that? It was going great. Go and film it, and now it's all spitting up. Brilliant. So I've moved to a different part because I don't want to put too much heat in one place. Now I'm not going to take this any further down, because otherwise I'll start welding onto the domed inner wing here. So I'll leave that as the time being. Then I can set all of this, you see, and then finish it off. And come back into top here. I don't know why that was spitting so much at the beginning, but yeah, not too shabby, is it? I think we might have come a little way. Even I'm seeing a bit of an improvement. Modest. Yeah, that bit's nasty. Right, well, if I do anything, turn the gas off, Graham. Turn the gas off! Right. The top went a little bit wrong, unfortunately. I was just to one side of the... Oh, look at that lovely body. Right. Turn the camera. So let's go this way. I'm very pleased with it. I mean, others will be disgusted with it, but it's all right. We've got a weld. We're stuck together. Now this is where it went wrong. So when I was welding on from here, I couldn't see properly. Ow, that's still hot. I couldn't see properly, and I don't think I was getting the wire right on the gap. I think I was getting a weld, but it wasn't penetrating very good. You can kind of see here, sort of on that bit there. But anyway, so you saw me come in from the other side just to make sure that it's actually been welded properly together. So that's that. That's a stuck piece of metal. Well, it's not that, is it? Obviously, I've got to sand it down and do stuff like that. Previously, I was sort of going in, doing welding, then sanding, going welding. I'm just going to do all the welding I need to do and sand it in one hit. So, anyway, I do have to go. I would carry on, but there's fireworks being set off. I'm here by myself, and I can hear the poor doggies woofing their heads off in the house. Let's see if we can see them. Yeah, there they are. You can't see them, but trust me, they're there. There you go. Woof, woof, woof. There you go. Uh-oh. See if we can see him. There he is. Oh, Jet. So, I'm going to go and sit with them. But anyway, oh, look at that zoom. That's good, isn't it? Ooh, there you go. So, thank you so much. Really appreciate the views and the comments. Like I say, tomorrow, big day. off to go and pick up a new chassis. Very excited. May make a little video on that. So anyway, thanks again. Bye now.